and welcome to Catholic News Roundup. I'm Christine Niles. Here are this week's top stories. The Shrine of Lourdes in France is covering up art by an accused sexual predator. Mosaics by Father Marco Rupnik on doors of the shrine are being covered with panels on the order of the local bishop. It comes on the eve of the plenary assembly of the French bishops. Rupnik has been accused by multiple nuns of rape, sometimes involving blasphemous rituals. He's never been held accountable for his alleged crimes. Last month, Italian journalist Roberta Ray confronted Rupnik.
Tutte donne di chiesa che avevano lei come padre spirituale e avevano grande fiducia in lei. Ci hanno raccontato che hanno abbandonato la chiesa, che addirittura ha tentato di togliersi la vita per quanto accaduto. Lei è stato scomunicato. Posso chiederle come mai? È un gesuita come Papa Francesco, no? È stato scomunicato. La scomunica poi le è stata tolta. Quando viene tolta una scomunica? Perché ha chiesto perdono? Che padre, solo per capire, se queste cose fossero vere, sarebbero gravi non solo in un luogo laico, ma in un luogo di culto.
A miracle is being attributed to Blessed Solanus Casey. Doctors discovered a pair of ovarian tumors in 16-year-old Mary Bartold of Michigan last year. The family started a novena to the Capuchin priest and made a pilgrimage to the Solanus Casey Center in Detroit. On July 30th, the feast of Solanus Casey, an MRI revealed the tumors were completely gone. The scheduled surgery was canceled. The family returned to the tomb of Solanus Casey to give thanks and then submitted documentation to the Vatican. This may be the final miracle needed to advance the Franciscan to sainthood. Blessed Solanus Casey died in 1957 after a ministry serving the sick and poor. A Catholic teacher is suing her school after it punished her over a crucifix. Marisol Arroyo Castro, a longtime teacher at De Loretto Elementary and Middle School in New Britain, Connecticut, was suspended in December after she refused to take down her crucifix hanging on the wall of her classroom. The crucifix had been there for 10 years in a space designated for her personal items. While other teachers had similar personal items near their desks, leadership singled out Castro. At first, Mary Ellen Manning, the school district's chief of staff for relationship and accountability, told her to hide her crucifix under her desk. From the lawsuit, quote, "As soon as she put her hand on the crucifix to move it, Ms. Castro felt sick and grew distraught. The other attendees left her sobbing only minutes before a scheduled parent-teacher conference." In a lawsuit filed in February, Castro is alleging the school violated her right to free speech and free exercise of religion. And turning to Ireland, Catholics are marching to save their shrine. International Protection Accommodation Services, or IPAS, has named the town of Knock, a world-famous Catholic pilgrimage site, as a center for refugees. Locals have been rallying in protest.
Secondly, through the intercession of Venerable Archdeacon Kaplan and all the witnesses on that August night in 1879, we ask you, Lord, to protect that gable end and all the people and priests of this parish.
Among the government's plans is to turn the vacant Belmont Hotel into a shelter for migrants. Knock is known for its Marian apparition, when in 1879 Our Lady appeared with St. Joseph and St. John the Evangelist before 15 witnesses. Since then, multiple miraculous healings have occurred at the site. Irish boxer Conor McGregor, a Catholic, weighed in. Our most holiest of lands in Ireland, Knock Shrine, lined up by government to be overtook in its illegal human trafficking racket. Shame on Ireland's government. You will pay for this attempted destruction of Ireland. The people will always win this fight. May God continue to protect Knock and the Irish people. McGregor visited the White House on St. Patrick's Day and addressed the migrant issue.
The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop. that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit.
McGregor recently announced his intention to run for president of Ireland, but Ireland's parliament claims it will block his nomination. A female fencer took the knee rather than spar with a transgender. At a Maryland tournament over the weekend, Stephanie Turner refused to compete against biological male Redmond Sullivan, instead taking the knee. She was given a black card, the most severe form of punishment in fencing, and then expelled. Turner said, "When I took the knee, I looked at the ref and I said, 'I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I am a woman, and this is a man, and this is a women's tournament, and I will not fence this individual.'" In the face of widespread backlash, USA Fencing is doubling down, saying Turner acted disrespectfully. Sullivan formerly fenced for the men's team at Wagner College, never finishing first. He then switched to the women's team, where he's beating the competition. Swimming champ and women's advocate Riley Gaines tweeted, "Women should boycott any event, game, match against a man. This is the way." And turning to the UK, President Donald Trump is insisting free trade only if there's free speech. This according to a source in the U.S. State Department, which has expressed concerns over the crackdown on speech under Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The U.S. is monitoring the case of Olivia Tessiti Bolt, who faced criminal charges after standing silently in an abortion buffer zone with a sign that simply read, "Here to talk if you want." Expressing gratitude to the U.S., Bolt said, "It deeply saddens me that the UK is seen as an international embarrassment when it comes to free speech. My case, involving only a mere invitation to speak, is but one example of the extreme and undeniable state of censorship in Great Britain today." She's only one among a growing list of peaceful pro-lifers punished in the UK, including Adam Smith Connor, fined for praying for his aborted son outside an abortion mill in Bournemouth, and Isabel Vaughan Spruce, arrested for silently praying outside an abortuary in Birmingham.
Is you standing here part of the protest?
No, I'm not protesting.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station for me to ask you some questions about today and other days where there are allegations that you've broken public space protection?
If I've got a choice, then no.
Okay, well then you're under arrest on suspicion of failing to comply with the Public Spaces Protection Order.
That is this week's Catholic News Roundup. Please visit stellamaris.media and subscribe for free to our email list for the latest news and updates. Please help me to grow this channel by liking and sharing this content. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. May God bless your week. I'm Christine Niles.